live by the code of the Blade Runner. Tenacity plus talent plus technology plus teamwork plus timing. Hi, this is Mike Lipkin. It's August 7, 2012, and I am in Toronto. The most inspiring moment of the 2012 London Olympic Games happened for me last Sunday when I saw a man who had no legs run in the Olympic Games. The New York Times feels the same way. Oscar Pistorius competed in the men's 400-meter semi-finals. He is the sixth disabled athlete in Olympic history to compete in the Summer Games, but the only double amputee ever to do so. He competed against the world's fastest men, even though he has no legs. When he was 11 months old, both of his legs were amputated below the knee because he was born without fibulae, the bone joining the knee to the ankle. Instead, Oscar Pistorius runs on carbon fiber blades that place him at a significant disadvantage to his competitors. To understand Pistorius' quest to run against able-bodied competition, it helps to know something of the mechanics of sprinting. The fastest runners in the world are the ones who hit the ground the hardest. Their feet are in contact with the running surface hardly at all, a tenth of a second or less with each contact. Once runners establish momentum, they are almost flying rather than running. The important factor is not how quickly they turn their legs, but the force relative to body weight they generate on the ground. Pistorius cannot stiffen his blades just before contact the way an able-bodied runner can with his lower legs. They are softer, so his blades are in contact with a running surface longer. He compensates by repositioning his limbs at a faster rate than most other world-class runners. He cannot get propulsion jumping out of the blocks and must pull into the race to start. He doesn't have the side-to-side motion that assists runners in the turns. Oscar Pistorius obviously doesn't have ankles to generate power. In his case, that power must come from his hips. His hips are one giant engine. Pistorius is running on old stuff, low-tech equipment well into its second decade on the market, says Hugh Herr, a prosthetic design expert and director of the biomechatronics group at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Oscar Pistorius' prostheses are dumb, Herr said. There's no neural command, there's no feedback. His legs are not bionic, far from it. It's like running on a mattress. It's hard, it's not an advantage. But Herr adds, we are going to see a point in the century where the running times, the jumping heights in the Paralympics are all superior to the Olympics. The Paralympics won't constrain technological development. So what is going to happen is the Paralympics will be this exacting human-machine sport like race car driving. It will make normal human bodies seem very boring. Oscar Pistorius' childhood was also disrupted by family trauma. His parents divorced when he was 6, and when he was 15, his mother died from a drug reaction following a hysterectomy. Pistorius has a story he likes to tell about his mother, a memory from early childhood that seems to sustain him. His mother, a school guidance counselor, turned to her oldest son one day and said to him, "You put your shoes on." Then she turned to Oscar and said, "You put your legs on, and that's the last I want to hear of it." So Oscar Pistorius states that he gets no special thrill from defeating men with 2 biological legs. To do so would be to dwell on his own disability. You have to move past it, he said. Everyone has setbacks. I'm no different. I just happen to have no legs. That's pretty much the fact. So what does he think about as he settles into the starting block? I just try to get my mind in the right place and think about what I want to do in that race, how I want to run it, he said. And then I go out and bang it. So here's the code that I've learned from the Blade Runner. 1, it takes tenacity. It's about backing oneself to take on the world on one's own terms. It's about making a powerful declaration and then just going out and doing it year after year after year. Never stop learning and learn, never stopping. 2, it takes talent. Olympic athletes are gifted. They are physical royalty. But we are all athletes in the game of life. We need to find our genius and be worthy of it. My talent is speaking. I am a super talking hero. This video is part of my conditioning. What's yours? 3, it takes technology. Whether it's in the physical or the digital domain, we all have access to technology that can multiply our impact. Apple and YouTube are my virtual carbon blades. What's yours? 4, it takes teamwork. We are only as good as our inner circle. We need to be a great partner to attract great partners, because great partners working together make miracles. And 5, it takes timing. Luck is part of any success formula. If we all do the right things in the right place with the right people, sometimes we win. Those are the moments that keep us going. I'm taking my moment right now. Your moment is coming soon. This is Mike Lipkin, and until the next time, remember, play big, live large, and finish strong.